guys are all doing well today. I am here with a video, a random video, but a video nonetheless. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. I kind of just want to talk about just handbags in general, I guess, or ones that have come out or coming out. I did recently see that, I don't know if they're out everywhere, but only in certain countries or at different places, about Coach's new distressed bags. Like they more resemble like the runway ones as far as like the Empire, the Brooklyn, those kinds of ones. And so yeah, those are, I think, coming out eventually slowly. They look cool, a little bit edgy, that kind of stuff. Not something I would spend money on personally. I do think they look cool, but I don't really need that. I did see another picture of like the Empire in the green, which was so pretty. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if they had just released that at the very like beginning or start, that would have been amazing. But they did not. So we'll see if we actually get that color eventually. I'm trying to think what else has happened in the world of Coach. Oh, the new like Rogue Cube bag, which I think is interesting. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get that one, to be frank. I know right now they just have it in like the glazing, but I did see recently online somewhere of it in like the honey brown or something like that, with like no glazing on it, but I could be a little delusional on that. But that's kind of like what I was really thinking on that. But it reminds me of like some of the like the soft trunk kind of bags, and let me see if I can have one and I kind of have like a couple already by like Mark Cross and stuff that are very similar, where it's like right there. Similar enough to where it's like I don't necessarily need that. I don't even know really how big they are, to be frank as well. But here, she's a little squished. But it's kind of like the similar concept where it's like a soft, almost like camera bag. She's like very stuffed right now. But it's very soft, squishy, malleable camera bag, and I kind of already have this one, and I wasn't as like drawn to it, so to speak, and I'm not gonna just buy something just because I don't have it or I think it's a cool, unique piece for my collection, more or less. I want to actually like feel like I'm gonna wear it or use it, and I already have some of these that I would wear over that, if that makes sense. Like I love the suede, I love the blue of this one, and it kind of still has a similar enough look to the other one, so I'm not even gonna really bother on that one. And yeah, so that's like my thoughts on that. I think it's cool if you're really into it. I really hope they bring back like the pocket. I can't remember how they're pronounced. But like, you know, the little key holders, I think it'd be really cool if they bring those back on the Rogues, because it's really sad when they did away with that with like the newer generation versus like the older one. And so yeah. So that's really the only, I'm trying to think what other, the Coach Outlet Snoopy collection. I'm not like the biggest Snoopy person, so that one didn't really appeal to me either. I mean, the pieces look cute, and if you're into Snoopy, then obviously it's something that I feel like you would like. But again, it's just not something I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Nothing I'm really interested in. And I saw some things on like Reddit and stuff of people showing like the next collection for that. And even then, I'm not like, if that is true, I'm not like super like into that one either. So there hasn't really been any that I'm like dying to have or see by really any brand I've been seeing really lately. And I I don't know. I'm just not there hasn't been anything like super exciting for me, and which is fine, you know, it's good for majority or many reasons, and we'll see we'll still see because maybe sometimes they do like a little surprise release of something and like, oh my gosh, I really like that, or maybe I'm just missing something. But as of right now, I'm pretty content with what I have and everything, and I'm not like feeling like, oh wow, I really would like that. Just because right now I feel like there are only like a certain or a couple styles that I really do love and would wear. If that makes sense, like pretty much my Coach robes, which I honestly haven't worn in a while and really want to. So that, and I really haven't seen a style that they come out of like the actual Rogue robes that I really have been like, I need. Like the sketch one was okay. It's not something I'm feel like I need to have. I'm trying to think if there was a newer one from that. So I'm kind of like on that ones. The Empire, I feel like I have one Empire, the Empire 48, which you guys have seen, which I love a lot. But I feel like I don't need another one. I'm kind of good with just the one. Even if it... Oh, I did see that they're coming out with the suede, which is really cool. I love suede so much, but again, I feel like I don't really need one in suede. I'm not... I don't know. If I were to get one in suede, I would probably get the Rogue in suede. But I've heard kind of mixed things about that one, just as far as like the quality of suede in that Rogue. Like the 30, is it the 38 or 39? Oh lord. Brain fog is real. But I already have one in suede, like my fringe one. Well, it's like suede. But I don't know, you know? Between that one and like my tabbies, just a couple other random ones here and there, and I don't know, you know? Just nothing like super like exciting that I've seen really come out, or like brands that I'm really excited about, or you know, I don't know. I feel like we're just kind of like in a little bit of a stale for me as far as just like cool bags and stuff that are coming out or that I would want potentially, which is, you know, it's fine. I know that Celine and gosh, what is that one called? Anyways, you've seen the runway. That one's coming back, and everybody's like freaking out about that. Which, you know, it's always fun to see different older styles come back, and it's also kind of fun to be like, oh my gosh, I have that. You know, before it was like cool again, kind of thing. So that's always fun. I have been really enjoying. Well, not really. It's like a very like, I don't know quite how I feel about it, but like I love and hate seeing like the new Devil Wears Prada, like all the fashion and stuff, of like the different outfits and stuff, which I love to see that, especially obviously the vintage Coach bag, but I also hate it because I don't want it to be like this massive spoiler and be like, oh, I've already seen that, oh, I've already seen that, oh, I've already seen that. So I'm like trying my best to not ruin the second movie, just because obviously fashion and everything is such a big part about that movie, and I don't want to ruin it by seeing literally every outfit that, you know, everybody wears kind of thing. So I'm trying my best not to ruin that for myself. But I have seen a couple pieces already from Miranda, and then obviously the one and only. But yeah, anyways, I will stop rambling on about that. I do have kind of like a bag to show you, which I don't know if I've actually shown you this one on my channel before, but it is just a classic LL Bean boat tote that has been monogrammed for myself. I don't think I've done a video on this one. I think I originally was planning on doing one, but then I just, for whatever reason, didn't. But if you want like a really good video, there's so many content creators that have videos on the LL Bean boat tote. I know Caleb Snell has some really great videos on his boat tote, which I think is really funny. I like how his says old money. I think that's, I don't know, it's funny. I enjoy that, but it's one of his favorites. I think I just watched a video and he went over his favorites, and that was in one of them. But anyways, they're just such a great bag. You see a lot of like fashion people wear them, and they'll put like a Loewe like charm on like a boat tote, and you know, people lose their mind over it. But I do like it. I do love them. But I'm just gonna show you mine. I am like generally speaking, I'm like a big bag person and then like a smaller bag person. Like I'll have my big bag and then I'll have like my smaller one, or I'll just have like my big bag. So I got this with the thought of it being like a big bag because it's not like a crossbody bag. So I was like, I'm gonna get the largest size. So I got like the extra large, like the largest size you can get, and then the long handles on it. And this bag is like very large. Like very, very large. I was not expecting it to be as large as it is, which is fine. I've actually used this bag so much, just with going to the beach, going on weekend trips, doing Lord knows what. It's actually worked out pretty well for myself, but it is a little funny carrying it around just because it is so gigantic. So sorry, I'm trying to like not sneeze. But I still have some stuff in it from my beach trip, but here we have it. It's like huge. So I got mine that says Diet Coke on it, or no, okay, here's the story. So originally when I got this bag, which was it last year? I think it was last year, or something like that. I originally said Diet Coke on it, and then I was like, this is really weird, like I'm not hearing anything back, like all this kind of stuff. And then I ended up calling, and they're like, yeah, we had to cancel your order. Did nobody call you? I was like, nobody called me. And they're like, well, yeah, we had to cancel your order because Diet Coke is trademarked. So if you ever want a monogram, make sure it's not a trademark name, because they will not do that for you. So I was like, okay, can I do diet soda then maybe? And they said, yes, we can do that. So I ended up getting that monogrammed on here. As you can see, I have like my little charms right here. And then I went with the classic. I think this is like the hunter green or something like that. I did get that. And then I also did opt for the zipper part versus it just being opened, which I don't know if I've ever really closed the zipper part, but you know, it's an option for me now. And usually I just leave it like kind of open like this anyways, like a regular tote, but they do have that option available as well. And like classic, I feel like boat tote fashion, the stitching on this thing is an absolute mess. Let me see if I can show you like what is going on here. But I've seen so many videos of people being like, what the heck is happening, and they like return it and they still get one the same. I was like, you know what, this thing, it's not gonna break. Yeah, it looks like a disaster, but I feel like that's just a classic, you know, boat tote kind of thing, and I just feel happy to be part of the club, you know. But I don't know if we can really pick up on the absolute horrendous stitching there. And like maybe if this bag was like more than what it actually was, I'd be a little bit more offended. But like, if you can see all that, like yes, I've had some wear and stuff on it, but even when I got it, it was just as atrocious. So it's mainly this one side that's really bad. All the other, I actually sneezed. It's mainly this one side that was like the biggest offender, but the other side was okay. And then on the back, again, still the same. And then the bottom, it might have like a tons of cat hair on it because this thing catches cat hair like none other, but I really do like the detailing of how they have this bottom panel up here to kind of help protect the back. Oh, and I don't know if it might be easier to see the disaster of stitching this is. Sorry, I'm trying to like, this is really hard to see because it's like such a massive back. Okay, anyways, let me just take out like some of my stuff. Like I had a sweatshirt because I wasn't sure how cold or hot it was actually going to be, or a flannel at the beach, and it ended up being pretty warm, so there's that. I did have a smaller bag in the larger one. This of course is just my Patricia Nash. I think I've done a video on this already. It just says sailing around the Greek Isles, which I just think this is so cute. This is definitely one, I think they have bigger sizes of one, definitely one I would consider getting in a larger size as well, just because I think they're so fun and just vacation-y and well worth the price. They're not super bad. So I have that in there. I just have some sunscreen, and I am burnt, especially on my feet, so that is great. A pouch just with like deodorant and some other stuff, and then I did have like a beach, like one of those Patagonia, not Patagonia, gosh, Pendleton, like blankets. I had one of those. I have, this is not drugs, I promise you. This is actually for like hydration. I think they're called like salt sticks, something like that. I have a Port Townsend Coopville ferry ride thing in here from when I did that. What was that? Oh, that's when it expires. Oh, I think this was back in June. And then I have a book. And then I have just lots of really grody, nasty, like cat hair and other stuff at the bottom of this bag. Just right here. But it is like ginormous. I can't tell you like how. It's just like you can fit a lot in here. So I really do like this one for like weekend getaways, beach trips, just kind of absolutely everything, to be honest. I will take this one just for all that kind of stuff. Even if I'm going to take like, let's say my Empire 48, I will still take this one as like a weekend where I can pack all my clothes and stuff in it. And I'll just take my 48 and just wear that as a regular kind of bag situation. So, but yeah, other than that, I've just pretty much been wearing my the bridge bag, which I showed you in the last video. This has just been kind of my daily driver, so to speak, just because I have been really loving it. And then I just put on the little lemon charm from like Target. So I've just been really loving this bag and just wearing that around town. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for you guys, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Until then, ciao.